have a bang. All them having calls now, which I bag it up. Light up my card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flex me a bag it up. Say, oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Stay Waiting Show, presented to you by iBoxingHub in association with our sponsors, D-Rock Clothing. I'm joined by my man Shakur. It has been a long time. It has been a long time. How are you, bro?
Finally, Stay Waiting has come back to Tuesdays.
Listen, I like it. I like that, You know what I'm happy about?
Go on.
I was able to do the intro without stuttering.
Listen, no, you normally keep it smooth anyway.
Yeah, but it's been a while. I felt like Teofimo Lopez at 140 at the start of his career.
Bow.
I
love
that. Do you know what? Let's talk about that shit, because that's what we're here for. We had the fight, and you know what? I will go on record. I've always said Shakur Stevenson is that guy, but I also like Teofimo Lopez. But if someone can do that thing, on Twitter where you can go back and see your old chats and your old tweets and everything, someone use my Twitter account, go back and find the tweet where Shakur liked it and I interacted with the guy and I said boxing is a great place because he's the future. I might have mentioned Tank in there, but I don't believe that anymore because fuck that guy. But that's beside the point. He put a belt to ass whooping on Teofimo Lopez, and as much as it was painful for me to watch, when that ring walk happened, and like prior to this, I was like, I ain't got a winner or anything. Instantly, I was like, yeah, I need Shakur to win that shit, because I realized I can't stay impartial in any fight. It's never gonna happen. But talk to me about the fight.
I had no doubts going in the Stay Waiting group chat. I think Trey was the only one going for Teo, and I said, I'm not even hesitating. I said, Shakur's got this. There was no hesitation. I saw the weighing. It's always funny when people do like become, what do they call, like sideline? Not what is the term? Is it sideline or water machine managers or whatever the term is? People become, fugazi psychologists. They start saying Teo's in Shakur's head and everything. And I'm like, brother, why can't a man just be annoyed by someone? Why is it always, mind games? Oh, look, Shakur's in his head. I mean, Teo's in his head. No, he's an annoying prick and he finds him annoying. That's it. Shakur's not like throwing out his game plan because Teo's being annoying. Everyone just, all these people that, oh my gosh, he's getting into his head. You see how angry, how loud he's looking at him at the weigh-in. I said, yes, because he's annoying. Not everything is mind games. And even that, sometimes, even in the attempt of mind games, sometimes you're just getting yourself in trouble because the person's just like, I'm going to whoop you extra hard because you're taking a mick. And that's what happened. And the worst thing is, no one can be like, oh, Shakur ran. He was on the front foot. And he was staying in good. The distance control was amazing. He just stood in front of him, and he's just like, "Go for it, go for it. I dare you to touch a button. I dare you. You go for it." And from the first round, Teo went for it, swinging a miss, swinging a miss, swinging a miss. And then from round two, I saw an interview where Shakur was just like, "Listen, I knew from round two." It was just like, "You lot are saying it's strong. Is this it?" And it's weird. How much did Shakur weigh in? Did he weigh in at 140 or did he weigh in lower than 140?
He weighed lower than 140. I think it was like 139 something, probably. Just on that limit, probably.
A weird space, because I feel like he said he might go down to 135 and 140 is not exciting. My thing is with him, so he's not a big 140 fighter, but he seems to be big for 135, which is... It's so crazy because you'd think 5 pounds is minor, but it's like 135. He seems to not struggle, but it takes his toll. Like you can tell it takes his toll.
Because you've got to do work to get down to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas 140 is just like, obviously he's still in shape, but It's like he would literally have to put on. How old is he now?
28.
He could still put on a bit of muscle, nothing too crazy. Because yeah, at that age, it's like you ain't gonna put on too much muscle unless you're on the juice. But that's a conversation with Ryan Garcia, not Shakur. But yeah, it was just like, listen, man. Belt to ass, he stood in the pocket. I don't want to hear no running bit. If we're gonna talk about runners, yeah. And I'm sorry to do this to this guy because I know he's on a high and everything. Earlier on that night, I'm sorry for listen. It's been a long time since we've seen you guys, so I'm gonna go on a side road quickly. I'm gonna get back to the main motorway, but I'm kind of on a side road quickly. A big congratulations in order to Josh Kelly. A big congratulations in order because listen, despite how I feel about that fight,
you were a big underdog, but you got your job done.
You still have to go in there and fight your fight and win the belt, even though the politics was on his side, whether it was a wider ring, whether it was the referee being favorable.
Yeah, the wider ring was a bit. When I heard about that, I was like, wait a minute, you don't want this one. You don't want to close that distance. We know what you're doing.
Here's the thing with oh my gosh, Murtazaliev.
Yeah,
did I say that right?
Yeah, I'll let you say it because I ain't saying that shit.
I'm gonna find his name because I feel so bad.
No, but it is that. I believe that.
Mertz. How at your big age do you not know how to cut off a ring? Because when he was walking Josh Kelly down, he was actually getting him, and that's how he even dropped him with a body shot. Because I think like halfway through, obviously he got knocked down because he was off balance, and then halfway through, he's top three. Ricky and yeah, he's top three. But yeah, for Josh Kelly, I said that was running, and the way that the zone commentary, who was it Sonny Edwards and is this the man? What's his name again?
I know you heard about.
The famous one from Sky Sports. Shout out to him, Adam.
Adam Smith.
Adam Smith. Shout out to him, but the way they were going on about Josh Kelly, that is fugazi pugilist. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not rating it. I'm not rating it as highly, shall I say? Yes, there was some skill in it, but
this is what I will say about Josh Kelly was there was a point even towards literally the back end of the round, he's cornered and he turns, flips, he starts going for it, and he's like, you know what? Fine, you got the engine there as well.
Yeah. I want to say nice things about that performance. I do. But the reality is, a capable fighter at 154 is going to see some of the holes in that performance. And they're going to look at that and think, if you fight against me like that, you are getting cooked. And it's such a weird one. I want to be happy for Josh Kelly, but I've got to be honest about the performance. Do you know what it reminded me of? Yeah. It reminded me a bit of, I know it's UFC, but it is what it is. I'm an MMA guy first. It reminded me a bit of Leon Edwards versus Usman in their second fight. Their second fight when Leon won the belt, not the third one, the trilogy. Second fight where Leon, he was fighting with nervous energy. But I get it, because that first title shot, I can imagine the nerves are going crazy. So even Josh Kelly, the first few rounds, he was so jittery that it's like he couldn't sit on his punches. Well, it is kind of his style, and I think Kevin alluded to in the group where he was just like, that style doesn't suit him because you're not a pot shot. You don't have the power to, like, when obviously Adam Booth is like known for that type of style, like move, bam, 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 power punches.
Yeah.
But obviously when he's had people like David Haye and George Groves, they have the power to do that, where it's like evade, bam, 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 hit the barrage, then get out, stick and move. But they've got the power to drop someone. Josh Kelly doesn't have that power, so it's kind of just like, against the wrong person, you're going to do that, and they're not going to give you the space that Mertz gave him to move around the way he did. And
it will do in a 20-foot ring.
Be very honest.
They will do in a big ass ring.
It wasn't just moving around; he was running.
Yeah,
it was. Let's not, let's not pander. It was running. It was running in a fancy way, but that was running. Shakur was showing you. That's why it was a good thing that Shakur fought on that same night, because that was showing defensive slickness. That was, I'm gonna stay in the pocket. When you actually go to attack me, whoosh, 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 bam, 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 dancing around. What Josh Kelly was doing, he would run and then he would do like a little move. And I'm just like, I'm happy for you. I know what you're doing, but
you got the job done, innit? But
you got the job done, but that's Fugazi movement. I'm not rating it. And I didn't like how the commentary was trying to act like it was the best thing since sliced bread. Now, once again, full credit to Josh Kelly.
Yeah,
I could tell he was fine.
I think the achievement was significantly higher than the actual performance.
Yes,
but then you've got to show that on the commentary.
Yeah, and you know what? And I give full credit to Josh Kelly. I'm hoping the reason I brought up Leon Edwards, because Leon Edwards fought nervous in the first title show against Usman. And I remember he took Usman down, which I think he was the first person to officially take Usman down. And then it was almost like,
what do I do here?
Yeah, it was almost like you didn't believe in yourself when you did. And I've seen that with other fighters where that first title shot is a big moment. It is a big moment. And I feel like with Josh Kelly, I'm hoping that his next fight, he'll feel more comfortable. He'll sit on his punches more. He won't feel as jittery. He'll stick and move properly. Because we was even saying in the group, I feel like, even though I know you're not a big fan of this person, I feel like he would benefit from a Soviet style of fighting the same way that Bivol fights.
Don't make me cut you with 11 minutes in. You don't mention that Ducker.
No,
who wants to move up to cruiserweight.
He might be. He might be.
Generational Ducker.
However, well, let's not say generational, because that anyone that fought Better BF twice is
one out of necessity, because we need to. Two, because you were begging for the rematch because you lost.
Listen.
Let's not pretend he was giving the opportunity to Better BF. No, we knew the dust had settled. You had to get into the ring. Then you lost.
Of course. And
then you lost, and you came chasing.
Part of
you were the chaser.
Bivol, because I listen. Even when Bivol won against Better BF in the second fight, he looked like, I do not want to do that again. And Bivol, Bivol's got that annoying bludgeoning power. And I say Fury is another person that's got this type of power where it's just like, it's not going to clean knock you out.
That's what it doesn't look it, but it hurts.
But do you know what? If you've ever sparred and you face people like that, those are the worst type of people, because you're just thinking to yourself, obviously not in sparring, but in a fight, I'm probably sure people are thinking to themselves, I'd rather just get knocked out clean.
Yeah.
Because then I won't have to.
You give me 12 rounds of punishment. You don't want to finish me. You can't finish me.
To take certain punches, and it's like, I'm not knocked out yet, but it's hurting. Boom, boom, fudding. You're thinking like, brother, just knock me out. But anyway, we digress. Shout out to Josh Kelly, but I need the same way Leon stepped up in that third fight against Usman, and you can see like the confidence was there. He was sitting on his punches more. He was more confident in what he was doing. It's the same way I need Josh Kelly that next fight.
But I'm just gonna make one comment before we go back to Shakur. You don't want to be the Leon that we are right now, though. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at
Leon had his time.
What I'm saying is, there's UFC London, and you were meant to probably be headlining if you had won your fight.
Listen,
that's all I'm gonna say on that.
He had his time.
Yeah.
He had it. That's all you can ask.
Yeah.
When your moment comes, did you take it? Yes, he did.
Yeah.
His moment may not be there no more. I'm still Team Leon. His moment may not be there no more. The next generation has come in and taken over. But when he was in the limelight, he got his defense in. So that's what's important. So that's all I want for Josh Kelly. That next fight, although if it's against Boots, then I'm sorry.
I mean, do you know what? This is what I'm gonna say about Josh Kelly before we go back to Shakur. Fuck it. If you, Eddie, and the crew know, you know what, we got away with this one. Maximize the shit out of it.
Yeah.
There's only one person you can maximize it with, and that's Boots. In terms of name value.
Oh, yes. But here's the techie thing. Because if you're Josh Kelly, you'd want to have one more homecoming fight as a champion.
Would you, just in case you lose? Or would you just take it and maximize it and get the most?
Because Josh Kelly also doesn't have the personality. It's not like, this is why I always say, I rate George Kambosos. Because I felt like when George Kambosos won against Tio, the way I've never seen someone maximize a moment like George did, and I will always give George.
And this is why I will always say I hate Andy Ruiz with a passion.
Okay, he didn't maximize his moment.
He did not do nothing.
Do you know why Andy Ruiz is bad? Because even George in loss still maximized his moment. And this is a guy that at best he was known as Pacquiao's sparring partner. And when he became unified champ, he done every interview. He made the biggest fight possible. He had a stadium show in Australia. Then they had a big arena show. And he's always managed to keep his name relevant despite the losses again.
It's still relevant.
He's only faced great people. So maybe, that's what Josh Kelly might have to do. Yeah. Just go all out and be like, listen, Boots, if you want this belt, you got to come to it.
I don't know if they do the UK. I think they'll do it in the US.
Profile. I think, no. Do you know why? Remember when Errol Spence came and faced Kell Brook?
Yes. Okay, I hear that.
That was a big thing when Kell Brook managed to get that win and take it from Kell Brook in his own backyard. Yeah. I think that made Kell Brook go that much bigger.
The only thing bigger. I will say with that is, I think, and this goes hand in hand, because he had a rival that everyone wanted to fight, which was Khan. People knew Kell Brook. I don't think people know enough of Josh Kelly where it's like, if Boots comes over and he wins, does it do anything for Boots? Probably doesn't.
I think it will do something for Boots just to get the Americans on his side of, yo, go get that belt for us.
Do you want the truth? If they fight in the UK, I promise you not a lot of Americans are watching.
Damn, that's rough.
I don't think a lot of Americans
I also think that's more of a state of boxing than it is reflection of Boots. But I think that's why, if they can, because listen, when like we were discussing the whole, like, because obviously I think, is it Wasserman or Josh Kelly's actual promoter, isn't it?
I think so, probably, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically, Josh Kelly's been fighting on Wasserman, but then Matchroom won the purse bid for this. And at first I was confused because I was just like, they're not his promoters. And then I saw the chess play where it was like, Boots should be next in line for that belt. And then I said, Eddie, you absolute... This is the best yet nastiest move I've seen a promoter do.
Because Wasserman will do it. Wasserman will like, yeah, screw it. We can put our name on a billboard with Boots. We'll do that.
I saw that, and I saw Eddie. I said, Eddie, well done. Because if Eddie actually secures this fight for Josh Kelly, I mean,
which he will. I guarantee you he will. And he'll be in America.
Yeah, because obviously, especially as well, it's like, because he's a promoter, let's be honest, he put the advantages on Josh Kelly's side to win this. Fighting in the UK ref, larger ring. And I remember Eric in the group chat was saying there should be no larger ringish. The ring should be a ring, a standard size. Yeah. But if they can get the fight for Boots in America, I still think that'll be bigger than the Virgil. I don't get the hype with the Virgil thing. I don't know
about that.
But I don't think Virgil's as big as people think he is. I think the presumption is, because you're Mexican American, that they're all just going to flock to you. I don't know if he's big in their community like that, though.
I think it will. Well, he's not with Oscar right now, but that would have been a helping factor.
No, he is with Oscar. He's trying to move away from her. Yeah, so I said, even if he's going through that, why waste your time with Virgil? Go get a belt. And Virgil as well, go get a belt, so that when you and Boots meet, is a bigger thing. Like, when people want them to meet without a belt, I'm just like, for what? This ain't going to do pay-per-view. I forgot who said it. But I remember someone was just like, there needs to be a reset in boxing, because the amount of money both of these fighters were asking for a non-title fight.
Yeah.
Neither of you are that guy.
I think it was like 6-7 mil, something.
Yeah, and it's just like, listen, and you know me, I'm pro fire, I'm pro getting paid. But neither of you are that guy for your promoter to be hosting the event at a loss. Because that's the truth. That, and Turkey's not involved when it comes to Boots, so they're not. It's not like it's not like when you get the Turkey fights where it's just like he can operate at a loss and it's just like shrug of the shoulders, whatever. All the other promoters, they're not trying to operate at not too big of a loss anyway.
I think Eddie even said that as well. He goes, listen, I know Jaya Patel has gone to Zuffa Boxing, but guess what? All the events we did for him. They were all losses. We didn't make money off that, man.
It was
Which is,
very nasty. Eddie does that quite a bit, and it's very nasty.
I
But
like it. I'll be honest. I love
it's
it.
very nasty. But I also understand. It's like, yeah, because guess what? My man's getting paid millions, which I'm happy for him. Or let me not say millions, because he's getting paid good.
Yeah.
He's getting paid good. But yeah, it's just like, how do we get our money? And the good thing with Jay Apataya, at least, was just like, Jay will get paid a lot. His opponent may not. Whereas with Boots and Virgil, both of them are looking to
Both
get
want
paid.
that money. Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think neither of them are in a space to be. Yeah, it's not. Let it cook a bit more. But I did say we'll go back onto the main motorway. So Shakur, 140. We've got Hitchens as a champion there. Gary Antoine Russell and
Rolly.
No, the UK's old Dalton Smith.
Oh, Dalton Smith. Yes. I'm thinking
And he's
147.
got a target on his back, because who else looked good on that night was a guy that Ricky Hand mentioned, Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn looked good at 140. Keyshawn only looked good at 140. I think he even said, yo, I can go to 147 already. And he called out Devin Haney. And now I'm looking at it like, I don't know if that's a good idea just yet. I still feel like him and Shakur should clean up 140, but I do know both of them also want to fight in the UK and face Dalton Smith, so he's got a target on his back.
You know, this is what I was thinking about Shakur. I'm going to talk about Tio soon.
Yeah.
But, you know, when we're talking about fighters making the jump,
Yeah.
I look at 147 as well for Shakur. If he wanted to, the reason I say it is, I'm going to just quickly look at the champions, just quickly, because Shakur Stevenson, when he moves up to 147, let me just bring them up quickly. So we got, when he moves up, his next fight's going to be for the title. Like, it's not going to be one where he settles in and stuff like that. There's not a fighter outside of Devin Haney from a skill set point of view that can match him. And that's my whole thing with Shakur. It's, I will be able to jab your ass off. You are not going to be able to touch me. And I believe in myself, where even if you were to hurt me a little bit, I can recover. I can just box your head off. And I don't always encourage fighters to go bang, 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 jump. But for him, it's a different thing. I think he's capped at 147 at this present moment if he was to make the jump.
I don't even know.
But I don't think it's that difficult for him because of the way he boxes and how smart he is at boxing. Do I think he does it? No, but Rowley, Crocker, Barrios.
Here's the thing. He had a good partner.
But let me just ask you, just on a flat, these guys, any of them get close to beating Shakur over 12 rounds?
At welterweight or 140?
Welterweight.
Barrios, I think he can handle. Devin Haney will.
We're leaving Devin Haney to one side. Yeah, we're leaving Devin Haney to one side because I'm going to talk about him soon. Rowley, yeah.
Handle Rowley, absolutely.
And then you got Crocker.
Yeah, he'll have Crocker.
That's my whole point. He has that luxury to, okay, 140, you guys are taking the mic. I can go and do what I want to do at 147 and be a flyweight division champion.
147. Because I think he would need to take time to gain weight. And with 147, his issue is this. There might be someone who's just going to put their weight on him and just going to win ugly.
I just don't think anyone can touch him.
No, because the difference is with Tio, 140, he has a good frame for it because he's a bit lanky. Like, Tio was bigger, like, weight-wise, but you can tell, like, in terms of leverage, Shakur is just like, all right, cool, reach advantage, he's got that. Height-wise, he's got that. But when you go to welterweight now, you're going to have guys that are just going to, they're not going to try to do you may not have the advantages. Like Tio, like I said, was short, so you can keep it long range. a welterweight's just gonna come and crowd you and just clinch you. Do you get what I'm saying? And they'll just make it ugly. Because I don't. When people are saying they want to see Shakur Devin, I'm in two minds. I think that'll be an absolutely horrendous match. Because both of them are counter punches.
Do you know
So
what?
then, both of them are counter punches, or it's gonna be Devin going in clinching, just leaning on him and like, trying to punch him up. And I don't think that the reason I say the other lot will be good because they're gonna go gung ho. Those are people that will go gung ho trying to attack
And
Shakur.
make it easier for Shakur.
Yeah. Whereas someone like Devin who's smarter than that, he's gonna go in there, lean on him, and put his size on him. And I don't think that's where I'm just like 147 is gonna be an issue for Shakur. But I just feel like if he's gonna go 147, don't go right away. Take
Oh
your
yeah,
time.
I've got
Take your
no
time to put on
problem with
weight.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take your time to put on weight and then go up. Keisha, on the other hand, he's ready. But I say, go
this
on.
is my thing though with Shakur right now. I think it's what I've said sometimes when it comes to certain fighters. He fits that category because you've just done what you've done. I don't want him thinking he can't demand a fee that he's valued at. The only problem is who is willing to fight you. That is my problem, because none of all the champions at 140 we're looking at, we are going to lose. It's the Devin Haney factor, which is I am so good that no one wants to fight me, and I feel like Shakur may fall into that.
Yeah,
That's my only thing.
In there.
And that's my thing. Like Teofimo Lopez, for everything you create, he was like, screw it. This is a big opportunity. Let me go and do this. He didn't have to fight him at 140.
No. Well, let's not do that.
But
Teo needed Shakur. He did.
I think this is an argument where both need each other.
Let's not do revisionist history. Yeah. Teo, look at his last opponents. It was Claggett. It was Barboza because he was mandatory. And he had one more fight before that absolutely no one cared about. Teo needed a dance partner. Let's not. This is
do not get me wrong. Yeah, no, I'm with you in terms of needing a dance partner. My whole point being is, I feel like when you look around in the division at 140 and the champions they've got right now, they will do whatever they need to do until it gets to that point where it's like, okay, now we need Shakur. And I don't know when that will be.
Here's the thing. I get what you're saying, but they need Shakur because none of them have lamb. I think a lot of the other champions are in the Teo situation where it's just like, I'm a champion and no one cares. Because no one cares about.
I think people cared a little bit more about Teo than the rest.
No one cared about Teo. Listen, I said Teo is a fantastic B side. He's never been a great A side. And the moment they tried to make him an A side, he lost to Cambosis. And I think ever since then, it's just never. Teo's issue is that he's always tried to do things to try to fit in, or not even fit in. He's always tried to do things to make himself stand out, and it comes off desperate. He tried to go the whole. He had that stint of like saying the racist stuff, and then people are just
Shakur beat the racism out of him. That shit. That is one of the funniest things I've seen post fight.
He bloody apologized for slavery, which was crazy. But Shakur beat the racism out of him. Then he tried to go the Honduras route. The Honduras people didn't back him. Then he tried to be like, I'm not really from New York. I'm from Florida. Then Top Rank took him to Florida, and they still didn't back him. So that's what I'm saying. When people are saying, "Oh, Teo's this and that," I'm just like, he's not. Teo's thing was, whenever he's tried to beg a certain community, it's just not gone well for him because he doesn't come across genuine. So then that's what I'm saying. He's a fantastic B side, whereas Shakur is just like, he's been consistent. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Top Rank, what they did do well is that they fought him in Newark and he built that home crowd. And the good thing with Newark is near New York as well.
Yeah.
But then the same thing with Hitchens. Hitchens I think he's from New York. No one cares about Hitchens like that. No. Remember, I was saying for a long time, it should have been Hitchens versus Teo. Because I used to call it the battle for relevance. Those two should have fought each other because both of them have a belt. But once again, Teo needed a bigger dance partner, hence why he called Shakur out. Shakur was the real A side of it all. So I think for the other champions at 140, you've got Gary Antoine Russell, who's with PBC, and yeah, they need Shakur. You got Hitchens, he definitely beats Shakur. And then you got Dalton Smith might be the only one
I was gonna say that doesn't need him.
that doesn't need Shakur, but knowing how he is as a competitor,
Yeah.
I think if Eddie's smart, he would build up Dalton Smith more. Like give him a nice homecoming fight. A night, what is he? Sheffield still? Yeah, give him a nice homecoming fight in Sheffield. You know, do it at the stadium in the summer. Have a big showcase against a mandatory. Build up that name because I think. Listen, and this is why I said people like Dalton Smith because the two people that called out Dalton Smith, Shakur and Keyshawn, because they were both like, yo, if we can go to the UK and have a big show there because of Dalton Smith, they'll do it. And I think Dalton Smith is
So
the
the
real.
Dalton Smith fight, let's say in the UK, I
Yeah.
get it. I don't for me, I don't understand a boots fight in the UK for Josh Kelly in terms of doing anything. For me.
I get it. 'Cause where's Josh Kelly from? He's like from up north, is he like Newcastle or something like that?
I think it was a homecoming for him. Let me Google it, but
Yeah, no,
that's what I mean.
Sunderland. Sorry, he's from Sunderland. He's from Tyneside, isn't it? So
Tyneside and all them things.
Newcastle Arena. Yeah, it won't be as big for sure. I think this one will just come down to purse bids, isn't it? So if Matchroom really believe in Boots that he can do something big in America, then yeah, bring it to America. Show how much you believe in him by winning the purse bid. However, if Wasserman win the purse bid, I just don't think it's as bad if Boots goes to the UK, only because I feel like the American crowd should tune in and say, okay, that's one of our guys going over, and he's already got some popularity. Then he can win the belt at 154 and fill the void that Bud Crawford's left. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear it.
Ra saying Boots shouldn't get that fight. Stop
You know what? Just quickly on Bud Crawford, Shakur, Andre Ward, the crew, as I'm gonna call it. What the fuck is in that training water? These guys don't lose.
Listen, man.
These guys don't lose. And I've already gone on record. I thought Canelo would beat Bud, but I said it's the greatest victory you'll ever see in 2025, arguing boxing history.
Yeah.
But these guys do not lose. And you know what? Like, this is what I would say. There was a period, even here we talked about it, where we were a bit worried for Shakur because it was like, the people that are in front of you, you need to give us something because you can't put us to sleep at round 8 because we know what's going to happen. He turned it up. There's a period fight, turned it up. He went fought with him, and to his credit, he said, "I promise you, I'm not going to fight like that against Tio, but I wanted to show you, Tom and Jerry, what I can really do." Yeah. But Crawford talking his shit on Twitter, don't care. I don't mind it because there's a genuine aspect here where it's not being forced.
Yeah. Oh no, he don't like them, and you know what I hate when people do.
Okay with it.
You cannot go at the Tio has been saying some of the nastiest stuff to Shakur and the team, and just let's be real, black people in general. Yeah, it can't be. Oh well, Tio lost to have a bit of class. No. If you drag us, there's many people that live by the mantra. If you try to drag us down, I will drag us to hell, and that's what Tio found out. Tio found out, yes, I will buds off that cloth of if you drag us down, I will drag us to hell. Like let's see who's gonna die first, because you cannot talk the way you talked and then expect class back. So yeah, Bud saying F Tio, F his dad, and F his sister, and F the whole, like he went full Tupac, hit him up, and
Shakur was just telling everyone, listen, I'm that guy now. Like whether you guys want it, I'm telling you, I'm that guy. Which brings me to this point. Two things for you before we talk about our Gypsy King. Actually, I'll talk about Tio a little bit as well. Shakur Stevenson, pound for pound rankings right now. Where is he for you?
Top 5. No, in the middle. In the middle of the top 10. I wouldn't say he's breaking top 3. Crawford's retired now, so you got Inoue and Usyk at the top.
And I put him third.
I have to put Bam in front of him. I can't put Bam. I can't put Shakur. Only because Bam has done it more regularly, Whereas Shakur had the issue of people were trying to avoid him. Let's be real. Shakur had the issue of people trying to avoid him. This is the first time where it's just like someone's not tried to avoid him, even though, like I said, he needed him. So I think one more belt at 140 or being a champion at 135, then I could say, okay, Shakur's there. But I think because Bam has done it more regularly in terms, excuse me, say Shakur needed Tio. Oh yeah, I think they both needed each other badly. They both needed each other badly. But I'd say Tio needed Shakur more. I think it was like 60-40 because the issue was Shakur was in a position where it's like people are avoiding him, but he was still the champion at 135. And at 135, people are still clamoring to see him versus Davis, even though it's probably not going to happen. Where Tio was in a no man's land where it's just like, who do we want to see? No one's clamoring to see Tio. That's what I'm saying. It was 60-40. Shakur did need him to get an extra push, but Tio was like 60% more needed it because he was in no man's land. And let's be honest, he should have fought Hitchens. I don't understand why. I get they both got the same management company. How them two didn't fight each other. Hitchens, I don't know what's going on with his career right now because all Hitchens is now taking the Tio role. All you see him is just going up to bare people.
I'll be honest, I don't care about him. But I think I said to you last year, I do not care about him. And you are meant to be someone who has a good skill set, who has a boxing ability that people are meant to care about that. But I do not care about Hitchens. If he was to fight, if I'm awake, I'm watching it. If I'm not, I'll see some replays.
Hitchens is in the same realm that I saw Tio, where it's just like you keep on begging for relevance by acting disingenuous, or people it comes across as disingenuous every single time. If you every single like top boxer you see and you start saying you're easy work, light work, but you don't get in the ring, it's just like, brother, how many times are you gonna say? Listen, think about this year. Keyshawn Davis won about 135. Then he fucked up and collapsed his own.
That was a big fuck up.
And even then, he still had the time to come back and have a redemption story. And you still haven't fought. You still haven't fought in that whole time. Or even if you did fight, no one cared. Do you know how crazy that is?
That's what I mean. Like, no one cares.
For a whole cycle.
I care about Rolly Romero more than I care about you.
Yeah. That's crazy. And I just think Hitchens is in a position where if I'm Hitchens, you badly have to want to unify your title.
That's the thing.
If you're Hitchens as well, as rough as it sounds, don't be a headliner right now.
Yeah.
Go under somebody else's card.
The way Keyshawn Davis was on the undercard or below thing, you got to do that. Let the main event do its job, but position yourself in a point where, guess what? You know what? That's a good card.
He's not a headliner.
It's not a Hitchens card, but he's on that card. So let me tune in to see what he can do.
But he was meant to be on this card, if I'm correct. He was meant to be on this card, and once again, and this is what I mean about what's crazy. How was you not on this card? Especially, imagine if you fought on this card, Keyshawn just fought. And especially, you got to remember, Hitchens will probably get a bigger... Keyshawn was the co-main, Hitchens could probably get a better placing on the card because he's an actual champion. So imagine that if Keyshawn got this impressive win and then Hitchens comes in, has his belt, and then he said, no, easy. Like, that's criminal. He needs to have a word with his team because how he didn't fight on the same card... Because I think he's been saying like one of the guys that he's gonna fight, and it's just like, who cares?
You know what? One person whose team I rate, fuck it. You may not enjoy the fact that he's not gone. He's made all this money. He's not won a world title, or he's not even gone any sort of traditional route of boxing. Conor Ben. Screw it. He's come in, done his thing, and apparently in America, this guy's got a following. They love him out there.
I don't know.
What I mean by love him is they know Conor Ben's name.
Yeah.
That's my whole point. So you can marquee the same way. And this is what I'm not against it, but apparently Eddie goes, Ben Whitaker, when we come to America, I'm putting your name on it. He's already identified Ben Whitaker works in
Oh no, but
America as
yeah,
well.
no, they love.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of American fighters go up to Ben Whitaker and say, "Yo, when you fighting?" And I
yeah.
think he's going to be fighting on. I think Boots is going to have a fight soon.
And probably
I
slot
think
him
they're
on
going to
there.
announce it soon, and Whitaker's going to be in that card. And yeah, Eddie's smart. He goes, "Boy, the UK don't want to appreciate you. Let's take you to a market that will." And I've seen there. I saw a lot. I think it was Keyshawn that went up to bet. Whitaker was asking him when you fighting. Who else? I think Hitchens. And then I've seen a few other fighters as well come up to Whitaker and it's just like, yo, when you fighting, like, you get what I'm
And it
saying?
should be at the stage of it, the other way around.
Yeah.
And that's so fair play. And like I've got, like I said, like do you know what I love though? Shakur called that. He goes, I'll fight you on 147. Put the rehydration clause in.
Yeah. I
Put that
like
shit in, and I'm there. And I'm like, I'm there for it. But I do want to quickly talk about Tio, right?
yeah.
So, like you said, for me, he's done his thing. I've
Smoking on
got no
the
problem with it. At the end of the day, it's like there's no shame in losing to Shakur Stevenson.
there isn't.
Uh, you're gonna probably move up to 147.
Bang.
But my only issue with this entire fight wasn't actually him. It's the same way I've got an issue with John Fury. Brother, what is your corner doing? Like, what
You're
kind of
bunting,
instructions are they
bro.
saying? Just
You're
put.
losing
Fuck
power,
is that?
bro.
What is that meant to? What is that meant? Do not get me wrong. I cannot sit here and tell your dad how to father you. Fine, you live with him,
But it's not about fathering. At that
but
point, it's
split.
like, yo, do you know what? Yeah.
What's your feeling on that call about Tio splitting with his dad when it comes to boxing?
I don't even think you need to split. I see Tio the same way I see Anthony Yard and Tunde. Yeah,
Mm,
you need those people in your corner. They just can't be the head of the camp,
yeah.
and you have to humble yourself. Because I saw there was a good conversation that Danny Garcia had with his Danny Garcia was speaking to. It was the Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. podcast, and Danny Garcia. No, I think Roy Jones, because obviously he used to be trained by his dad and he dropped him. And then he goes, how did you manage to make it work with your dad? Because most times the dads only get them to a certain point and then it's done. And then I think Danny Garcia said, thankfully, even though it may not appear like it, he goes, he could have certain conversations with Angel
Mm,
and Angel would listen. So then I think he said because Angel started to listen to him, it was just like it worked because Angel didn't become too much like I'm the head guy, you can't tell me nothing. Whereas a lot of like
we saw it with you, back.
our dads is like you can't tell them nothing because I think what Danny was saying is like Angel done well is like he managed to separate dad mode and coach enough. It'll separate it enough because obviously. And I feel like the only other person I know that's very good at that is Bozy, Boots' dad. Like both of them are very good of separating. I'm not dad, I'm coach.
Mm.
But I feel like with what it comes across as anyway, Tio Senior, it comes across as you can't separate either. So it's like in the ring you see your son, but your son needs professional. Oh, sorry, Bill Haney's another one that I have to put in that category. He's another one where it's just like he's done well from at least public perception anyway, to separate being coach and being dad. And I'm even glad I brought up Bill Haney because Bill Haney is another one. He is not opposed to bringing in someone to help him. Bill Haney's actually, because I still don't know who Devon's head coach is at this point, but Bill Haney has shown over time, yo, if there's someone that can do better than me, bring him in. Like Bill Haney is such a mastermind that we don't give enough credit.
Yeah.
Because from how he's promoted his son to how he's got him coached, because obviously I think he's the godson of Zab Judah or something, something along those lines. And then obviously, like when he won his title, it was Zab Judah's dad that coached him. He's also had Ben Davison coach him a few times. Yeah, like you just see it all the time. Like they've got a Devin Haney is very much an anomaly, but I like the fact that his dad is never afraid to be like, yo, I don't know the most about boxing, so yeah, if there's someone that's gonna come in and help my son, go do it. And I feel like Tio Senior comes off as like, same with John Fury, where it's just like I brought him to a certain point, you can't tell me nothing, and then it unravels because when you're in the ring and you
When
need
it's
a
a
coach,
high stakes
yeah,
fight.
when you're high stakes, when you need a coach and you don't need your dad, they go into dad mode, and it's just like you can't go into dad mode right now. They need a coach. Saying, "Yo, why don't you just hit him, bro?" is crazy.
It's like saying when you play football, it's like, yeah, just kick the ball. No
Yeah,
shit, give me something. Give me something, bro. Give me. Like,
oh, like you think I don't know
do
that?
you want me to drop deep? Do you want them to
Yeah,
bring the pressure and then I spray it left, right? Do you want me to play through the
listen,
kick the ball?
don't
That's
get me
literally
wrong.
what that is.
I loved the hate watch. You know, I love that hate watch. When I saw them that team capitulating, I love the hate watch. At the same time, it took the sting out of it a bit because I'm just like, sort yourselves out, man. What is this? Like, don't get me wrong, Teal was gonna lose regardless.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He was gonna
And
lose
yeah,
regardless, but I would have loved if you could put up a better fight. And I know they always say like the key component in him getting his win over Loma was I've forgotten the coach's name, but I heard that they got rid of that coach that helped. That was key in the Loma fight. And yes, apparently he was clashing with the dad again. And I think that'll be the downfall. And I love to see it.
no, I don't love to see it because I'm not that type of human. But moving on
Man,
to the
fuck that team.
heavyweights, I do need to talk about our heavyweights. So, uh, our king is out of retirement.
Your king,
He's
he
gonna
was never
gracious with
retired.
our presence in April. However, before that, our American boxing hero Deontay Wilder will be
Stop saying
gracious.
our. Stop saying our.
Our, it's a
No.
collective. Will be gracing the UK with his presence against Derek Chisora. How I genuinely don't know how that fight goes. I cannot
Come
sit
on.
here and tell you how that fight
Chazora's
goes.
got this in the bag. Chazora is absolutely going to pummel him. Like, he's not even gonna listen. He is getting whacked up. Sorry about that, man. He's getting whacked up.
Like, do you know what? It's so weird. Like, I get it. I'm on board with it. Like, say if Deontay Wilder wins, where does that put him? I think for a loss, it just sends him to say it's time to go, especially if
He's
he does
been
get knocked out. No, but if he was to beat Derek Chisora, is that like new life in Deontay Wilder?
oh, for sure. For sure. Because
But yeah,
listen, if he manages to beat Chisora, yeah, because Chisora is the king of I'm not done yet. When you
yeah,
want to write off
he never
Chisora, he's the
dies.
king of like, yo, I'm not done yet. Even though I think this should be his last fight, because I think he said 50 is gonna be his last one,
Yeah,
isn't it?
he also said 49 was in the UK and then he's going somewhere else. So
Yeah,
I
and
ain't believing shit.
now he's just like, I guess I think he wanted a Turkey fight, and then I think the money's drying up, so just like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna be in the UK then. But the way I see this year is just like, yeah, listen, man. If Wilder manages to find a way to come through, fair play to him. I can't see it. I cannot. Wilder isn't sure he's in decline by the same level. I think he's more. Ra is also a
And this is what I mean. Raw, I don't buy it because Raw
maniacal
was never
man.
there.
He does know Ra likes is an agent of chaos. Ra likes chaos, so take him with a pinch of salt. He
That's what I
likes
mean. He
chaos.
wasn't there through the trenches like I was. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wilder is, or I think it's both. Wilder is shot because I think he's taken more damage than he ever has, and two, is like, yeah, he second guessed himself, and at heavyweight, it's too dangerous to second guess yourself, and I think Wilder's at the point where he shouldn't have left. Is it Breland?
Yeah, and then we went to. I think did that come from when they threw in the towel?
Yeah, which was stupid because he saved you from. Yes, I get you want to go out in your
That's
show.
what I really like. When you've never lost a fight, it's like
Horrible dude,
it's
bro.
that thing in it. It's like yeah, it's like to be fair with Errol Spence, they didn't throw in the towel, but they should have, and they didn't, and he fell on his own accord. Fine, I genuinely think he would have loved to do that more because it makes him look soft, even though it's
It
not.
doesn't. It doesn't.
Even though it's
Because
not in
if
his head
listen,
for the type of man that
Errol
he is.
Spence team threw in the towel, no one would be mad. I don't even think Errol would be mad because
He got
the
rid of
being
Derek
that Errol
Chisora.
and Errol's my guy, and I hope he never comes back. Enjoy your retirement. I hope his money's well and enjoy life, man. Don't this boy is too unforgiving. I don't want to see him come back. But with Wilder, once he left Breland, it's like he had Malik Scott that was trying to turn him into boxer puncher. And it's just like, listen, this guy is not a boxer puncher. He's a straight puncher. He's a straight go in there and throw your bazooka. Don't go in there and yes, he needed to add a few more tools like a jab and it was just like add a jab to help set up your bazooka or a punch.
Yeah.
But
sometimes it would when you just stretch out and it's like bang.
yeah, no, because the
It
issue
was
was
there,
that
but
he
it
would
wasn't
start
consistent. Yeah.
windmilling. No, the issue was he'll
Yeah.
start windmilling without setting up the windmill. And it's just like, all right, cool, add a jab to set up the windmill. The issue was Malik then tried to make him into a boxer puncher, and it's just like this guy hasn't got the skill for that. And the issue is, and I said the same with AJ with like the AJ and the Dubois fight, where it's just like you was in there hesitating, and you went into a gunfight with Dubois, and Dubois is not hesitating. Wherever Dubois' game plan, he's sticking to it, and
Yeah.
do you get what I'm saying?
I
So
think
then
you're
you
walking
saw
into his trap.
certain times.
You're not making Dubois think. You're just
Yeah,
letting Dubois go.
he's just sticking
Yeah.
to the plan. Whereas AJ was like, there's certain times he dropped his hand because he hesitated. The ball was right there, bang. And I feel like that's where Wilder is that he's got his wild style coached out of him. And the issue is just like he seems to have just lost that wild man style. And the wild man style is what got him there because he even in fights he's won, he was losing. But he always had that thing of one of these punches is going to hit you. And I think now that he's lost that, Chisora's going to bang him.
Like I said, for me, yeah, I just hope Deontay Wilder wins. I really do. Because I'm not going to get the opportunity to see him live, but I will do when he wins it, if he can win. That's all I'm hoping for. But one man, fingers crossed, I am praying he fights in Manchester, however, is a week later, we see the return of the Gypsy King. The man to save British heavyweight boxing. Get us a world title outside of Fabio Wardley. But we're going to beat Fabio Wardley for the title.
Don't disrespect Wardley. Yeah. And to be fair, he's probably going to go after Wardley.
What? I mean, you lot all told me he was going to come back. I said, fine, he might come back. But I knew he was.
Might. He was always. This is the truth.
I thought he might.
He was always going to come back. The AJ fight was right there. Unfortunately, and obviously, prayers up to AJ because that's bigger than boxing. And then now Fury's in a situation where it's like, fuck, I kept on bluffing it. Now life has happened, and you know, RIP to is it Cena? Is that you pronounce it?
Cena, I think it is.
Cena and Max. RIP to them. But obviously AJ has gone through that as well as the injuries in the car crash as well. So we never know if or when he'll come back. So now Fury's in a situation where no one cares for that Usyk fight. Usyk also isn't undisputed no more, and he's just taking. I don't know what Usyk is doing, but now
is he holding up a division?
Yes and no.
Are you going to call him out on it right now?
No. The reason why I'm
21:59.
Who is his clear-cut contenders?
The only one I can think from the top of my head is probably Caballero.
And even that one's not clear-cut. So
Moses isn't technically.
No.
He's not. However, he might be put into a position after he wins. Frankly,
let Moses
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. My whole point being is in
the whole
terms of where
point
his ranking is.
at
It could,
heavyweight,
Mm.
there's no clear cut contenders. So it's a combination of yes, Usyk's holding up the division because in my mind it's like yo, fighting mandatories. Then at the same time, it's just like people ain't clamoring to fight him either.
Mm.
Or if they are clamoring to fight him, it's not obvious. So now it's just like Usyk's holding up the division, but the division's also holding up itself. Whereas, and then you got the Ward. Even look at Wardley. Who's meant to be next in line for Wardley? No one knows.
It's a weird place, heavyweight boxing. It's like at the older level, it's good, but then when you go just that little bit below, it's just a bit mid.
Everyone, do you know what I think is as well? No one wants to admit people don't want to face Usyk.
I think Tyson would personally.
Yeah, but
I think Tyson would.
I'm talking about the people that's meant to be in position.
Yeah,
to face
they don't because
Usyk.
they're afraid that when they lose, to get back into that position will take a bit of time. Like I think Deontay Wilder, if he beats Derek Chisora,
yeah, but he
will
has
get the shot.
The difference is
they've got nothing to lose.
The people who have nothing to lose are always going to say that. The people with something to lose, they're kind of this is like the problem. It goes back to full circle. This is the issue that Shakur was having, where when Shakur became champ, there's a lot of people were just like, this is lose-lose because he's gonna dominate me.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be exciting on my part. So it's kind of just like you get dominated in such a technical way
that it makes you look bang average.
Yeah. And then now you're at the back of the line and no one wants to see you. And then I would even think that people would be queuing up to fight Wardley, but I think he's in that situation where he's got scary power where people are just like he's in a Wilder situation but he's a bit more controlled than Wilder. He's in a Wilder situation where it's just like you could be winning a fight and Wardley has that power to just end it before the fight finishes. So I think if Tyson Fury's smart and he really wants that Usyk fight, he'll do this fight, he'll do this comeback fight, call out Wardley, have a big UK.
Do you know what's crazy? Now, do I think Tyson Fury beats Wardley? Yes. However,
he should.
However,
Father Time is undefeated.
However, is the reward actually worth it? Genuinely, I'm going to sit here and say, even though there's a world title on the line, I don't know if it's worth it that much, because in my head, the way I would look at it, for him to lose, he may get hurt. If that makes sense.
If he really wants that Usyk fight, he needs leverage, because him just
I don't think he does.
He does. Stop it.
I don't think it does, because
twice-handedly.
No, I get that.
Twice-handedly. There is no way Usyk's gonna be like, yo, let's have this third fight, because
I'll tell you the only reason. Only reason why.
And there's no leverage there. He needs leverage. So get that. If you're bad,
the leverage is his name versus everyone else in the heavyweight division, minus Anthony Joshua.
Other than Usyk. That's what I'm saying.
I've got this for you then.
Usyk is not going to face Fury. There's no money in it. I don't even think Turkey's probably going to look at Fury and like, don't even ask me to put out money for this Usyk fight.
This is what I was going to say to you quickly before I ask you one quick thing, and that'll be super. What do you make of it being on Netflix over DAZN?
Turkey has his fingers in pies.
I mean, for me, it kind of surprised
me.
It kind of surprised me, but it also, I looked at it and I was like, you know what? This means a little bit. So DAZN got their thing with the pay-per-view thing.
Yeah.
Right? So, wait a minute. In April, we've already given you Wilder versus
Netflix. Where though? Because is it Netflix in the UK or Netflix in the US?
Everywhere.
Because certain times it'll be like Netflix. It's the same way like BBC, like Boxer was just like the BBC in the UK. Everywhere else is on DAZN.
No. It's Netflix everywhere. But what it made me realize was DAZN probably thought, wait a minute, we can't actually do anything in terms of the pay-per-view model because we're giving Wilder and Chisora on the pay-per-view, and then the week after
That's
we got to do
nasty.
this Fury thing. So
That
we
is
might need
so.
to take a step back here because we can't make any money off it. So you do your thing, Netflix,
Listen, Chisora and
because that will be in the pay-per-view premium package thing
Chisora
that
and
they do.
Wilder on pay-per-view is some of the nastiest stuff I've seen in a long time.
That is genuinely my way of thinking. Now it's not being confirmed, but I would assume that.
I hope not, because that is
I would
no
assume that.
way.
But this is the
People
thing.
tried
Like,
to say, people tried to complain about Sky Sports back in the day. This is worse than
oh,
Sky Sports.
you just said Sky Sports. Apparently, and this is what Ben Shalom is embarrassing. They are back in boxing.
I don't think they never left. They just don't want to work.
No, they're gonna
Sky
work with
Sports
a promoter.
they want to do big fights. That's Sky Sports.
No, this is my thing. Apparently, on Friday, they're gonna do a press conference. Jake Paul, MVP, is the home where Sky Sports is taking it.
That makes sense.
But that's my whole point. If they are taking behind that, which is cool, happy for. What does that show for Ben Shalom at that point? It wasn't a case that Sky Sports wanted out of boxing. They wanted out of you.
Yeah, but we've been
saying it. I know, but that's my whole point. Like, it's
been saying, listen, I always looked at boxing and I said, the reason why boxer flopped here is so many times when they should have capitalized on certain things, they didn't. And even it's like, first of all, you try to build up Lawrence Okoye. No. You try to build up my guy Billum Smith. And then it's like, then you sign Okoye. Then you try to like get rid of Billum Smith and make the Okoye a guy. Then Billum Smith ruined that. And then after that, you bought in sorry, the other way around, sorry. They bought in Okoye, I think, put on a stinker. Then they're just like,
I'll be honest. When has Okoye put on anything of value?
Hopefully Billum Smith does the job. Billum Smith done the job. And my thing is, they should have gone to the moon promoting Billum Smith. Billum Smith should have been on every Sky Sports advert. Billum Smith should have been on Sky Sports News. They didn't. And then when they should have capitalized on Billum Smith and the Bournemouth faithful, they then tried to feed him to Reactpour. Then Billum Smith once again defied the odds and beat Reactpour. And then they still didn't promote him. To then Billum Smith, then I think he had the fight with Zerdo, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I think now he's a free agent. And it was just like, you guys dropped the ball. And I remember this was a time when a lot of the guys, I think Reactpour had a chance to go for a belt. Everyone could have got a belt and then unified in the UK. And they dropped the ball. And I think Boxer just dropped the ball on so many. You dropped the ball with Waxy. You dropped the ball with Billum Smith. You dropped the ball with Reactpour. You dropped the ball with Okoye. I'm sure there's other guys that I can't think of right now. I dropped the ball. And then the worst thing that could have happened is Callum Simpson then loses to Trey Williamson on the BBC debut. And Williamson was meant to be the rock you was going to build your foundation on. And he lost. So then now they're relying on my guy Kraus, who I did not realize. I didn't put 2 and 2 together of who Kraus's dad was. That was crazy.
And then also, as sad as it, Adam Azim got cooked like a week. Literally, it's like 3 or 4 days before.
Big trouble. And Caroline Dubois.
Yeah.
And they just called Caroline Dubois.
Mad. It is mad. One quick thing I want to ask you about before we wrap up. Yeah. In Super Boxing, they've done 2 shows. They've been on YouTube. I don't know if you've watched any of it.
Has it been on YouTube in the UK?
Yeah, it's on YouTube in the UK. That's where it is.
I haven't paid attention.
Do you know what? I think it's okay for what it is. My whole thinking is, you guys have because who did they sign just recently? Or they're going to be doing? Yeah, no, there's someone else as well that has a name from the past. But yeah, the Jaya Pataya thing. You wanted to do this whole thing about one belt, etc. You're gonna put him in a unification fight. How does that work? Like at one point,
Dana's gonna do the slick one. They're gonna be like, "Well, this is for Turkey. It's not for me." That's what's gonna happen. They're just gonna say, and don't get me wrong. I think Zuffa Boxing has its place in terms of
the same way Misfits had his place.
Yeah, and especially with American boxing not having a home on like network TV, Zuffa Boxing is there as a network project. So I think that's good in terms of just trying to build that boxing crowd in America. But here's the thing. Dana's gonna find out this isn't MMA. You can't monopolize boxing the way they monopolize MMA. Dana doesn't like the extravagant entrances. He doesn't like personality. He doesn't want people to have their own sponsors. He doesn't want like the different style trunks and everything. I'm like, that's what boxing needs. You can't bring your uniform
You can't
to
do every
boxing.
show at the Apex as well.
Yeah, every show that like he's got you gonna learn today. You ain't gonna be able to do that. So he's gonna have to adapt in a way that I'm sure he didn't anticipate. No matter how much money Turkey gives you, you can't get people to buy in the way that people bought into the UFC, because the UFC was more like you're doing the premium MMA product, whereas boxing is like there's other premium boxing products out there, even though it's on the decline. Matchroom production, we've always said, brilliant. When it comes to raising talent, Top Rank can't be beat. When it comes to like one-offs, PBC can still do it. Do you get what I'm saying? I wanted to say something, but
talking about PBC, this is what you said about one-off. I'm excited. Thurman Fundura. I don't know why I'm excited, but I'm excited about Thurman versus Fundura.
When is
I don't know. End of March. So I think it's 28.
Fundura, did he lose his belt?
No, he still got the 154 title.
Who's the 154 champions?
Let me have a double check.
Kelly, Fundura.
154 champs. But that's my whole point. They can just come out of the blue, wake up and say, we're going to put on an event, and I'm going to care about it. And I don't get how they do it, but they do it.
Listen, man, them fighters think out Heyman for a reason, man.
Oh, no, he's not. He's not a champion. I thought he was.
Yeah, I thought.
Is he? Yeah, no, he's not the champion. But I care about. Yeah, he is WBC champion.
Yeah.
You got Josh Kelly, and what's the lad that won on the weekend? Xander.
Oh, Xander Sayers has 2 belts.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I'm excited about. That Keith Thurman has the amount of things I've done in my life since Keith Thurman fought is ridiculous.
Keith Thurman's going to lose, but shout out to Keith Thurman.
I'm still excited about him fighting, and it's because he's on PBC.
Get that last paycheck, man. Because there ain't other ones coming after this, because I can't see him winning either. So go get that paycheck, man.
That's the whole point. Like, I can find a way to be excited, but yeah, I mean, look, Zuffa Boxing do your thing, but do not think that we need you in this sport, because I promise you, Zuffa Boxing is not necessarily needed for me in boxing.
It's needed in a way that competition is good in general, but it's not needed in the way that they think they're needed. I think that's the issue. They want to bring structure to boxing, which I don't think is a bad thing. But the type of structure you want to bring in, if it's to replicate what the UFC's done, it's not going to help you in boxing. So I'm all for it, because guess what? If there's mid-card guys that can get decent wages, go for it. But at the end of the day, you can't try to dull down the excitement in boxing. It's like, that's why UFC, that's why you ain't got no stars no more, because you've tried to you want to make everything uniform. I remember when Izzy done that fantastic entrance for his title fight against Whitaker, like Dana was apparently against it, and it was just like, but people remember the entrance.
Yeah.
Why do you not want? I get it, because sometimes there are certain elaborate entrances that just look stupid, but then there's other times where it's like the personality shows, and it's just like people are interested, and it's like you can't try to take the personality out of boxing and then think people are going to want to buy into the product like they did the UFC. And the funny thing is like he forgets that when people bought into the UFC was when they were able to have more personality. It's only the thing is now they've built the machine so good that it runs by itself. It's like WWE, where it's just like the machine runs by itself. But if you have like solid competition, you're gonna have to move different, and he's gonna find out with boxing, there's solid competition. So listen, man, I think they can be a good thing if they fix themselves. And to be fair, getting Jaya Pattaya is kind of like,
okay, we're awake.
Yeah.
Very weak. But then again, like Eddie said, he just made me lose money, so it is what it is.
Hilarious.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. Listen, guys, we have been running for an hour and 10 minutes. I don't mind it because
been a
we ain't
minute.
done it in a minute. But guys, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, Ray, final words.
Listen, man. Stay weighed in. Peace.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now with your baggy up. Light up my card with a sweet one blaze. Someone flicks me a baggy up. Say, oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.